Americas. Um, from the equator, we can grow cacao 20 degrees to the north and 20 degrees to the south. Cote d'Ivoire, one of the biggest producers from Europe, it's about in this region, so it's in the cacao zone. But the seed used to be accepted all around the Americas by different products and services. For example, one cocoa bean could trade you a tomato. Four cocoa beans could give you a pumpkin. 200 will give you a turkey, guajolote. So it was exchanged by products and services. They use cacao in this region, the native tribes. We have discovered a lot of Native American records. We have a lot of Native American records. If you ask any local, they normally have seen records that they have found in their backyards, in their grandmother's backyards. In this region, we have a chocolate container that they found that archaeologists came a couple months ago to certify. This is a university project. So the teacher of tourism of the local university helped the girls with the project, and they have brought a lot of scientists and researchers to back this project up. Let me show you the container that they discovered. We have it right here. The image that we have that we're passing by is the cacao goddess. That's a Central American god, but we have religion, kind of a spiritual side of cacao. This is they have found. It's quite common to find them underground, not really deep. You dig in under the clay mud, and you find a lot of steamers, cocoa potteries to drink, different vases, jewelry made of quartz, jade, black obsidian. We have a lot of records, but not a lot of information, since they never developed a writing system. The name of this tribe is Tecoquines. They are kind of far cousins of the Aztecs. They share the same language, but they had a different social structure. The main differences is that in here, ladies ruled. We had a matriarchal system compared to the systems that we had in the Mayan areas or the Aztec areas. So in here we have empresses. Sorry, ladies emperors. We had a matriarchal system in here, but the best thing that I like about this tribe is that if you were injured by any animal, if you lost an extremity, you were not segregated by the society. They had the opposite effect. They have the belief that if you were missing a physical part of your body, you were compensated by a spiritual field. So they became the spiritual leaders of the community. Those are the two main differences. After that, they share similar gods, the same language, Nahuatl. But we keep researching about this tribe. Tecoquines, in case you are interested to research in the future, or Tecos, T-E-C-O-S. Now, the cacao trees, we have them in this region. Cacao needs to grow with a lot of conditions. They need to be covered by tropical trees that will give them shade, and they need to have a lot of tropical fruit, so they could be properly pollinated. The insect that pollinates cacao, it's one of the most hated insects in the world. It's the thing that kills the most people around the world, mosquitoes. I know you hate mosquitoes, but without mosquitoes, we wouldn't have cacao. Why mosquitoes only? I don't know if you've seen cacao flowers, but they're it's very, very small, a couple millimeters. And here we have a few cocoa trees, so you can tell the size of the flowers. The flowers can be only pollinated by the mosquitoes, and these flowers will eventually become the cocoa pods. Alright, in this area you get to see, if you look close on the branch, they are all over the branch. They're very small flowers that you will see by the trunk of the tree and the branches. So when the cacao is growing, you get to see that they're spread around the trees. They're not on one specific side of the tree. It looks like a chicken pox disease on a
Chicken pox.
That's their natural way of growing.
Oh, is that it? Red. I can see why it needs mosquitoes then.
cacao that they just cracked this morning, so it's still fresh. Inside, it looks like a corn cup. You'll find a lot of white seeds distributed inside. They basically form a corn shape. It looks like a different kind of corn. They have a membrane, these seeds. This membrane tastes sour sweet. It tastes like passion fruit or something similar. You can make jams with it, but when we're making cacao, if you don't use them, we sun dry this. Before we sun dry the seeds, we need to ferment them. So in here we have the fermentation area. Once we crack the cacao, we put the cacao seeds to ferment for a couple days, no more than 2 days. This is to bring out the sugars. In one of the process, there's two different processes. One is with the fermentation and the other one is without fermentation. So you can ferment it, sun dry for a long time. It's about a week that they sun dry that until this membrane becomes dry enough to crack. Once we have the dried seeds, we just peel them by hand. It's like a roasted peanut that has a husk around. We peel the husk and you will find the darker side of the seed ready to be roasted. These are still fresh. Yeah, they're still fresh. They're not dry enough. The membrane still, it's humid, but once it's completely dry, it cracks apart. In the inside, it has a black, almost purple color that becomes drier and more bitter when we roast them. So once we sun dry them completely, we crack the husk and we can peel them like we have in here. In here they have been roasted already. Let me pass a cocoa seed around so you can peel the cocoa seed. It cracks right away. You just use your fingertips to crack it. You can leave the seeds in here.
Doing it.
Oh, the seeds, the husk. This has been already roasted. So if you would you like to grab
No,
one?
it's okay.
If you eat that, it's gonna taste like chocolate should taste. If you are
Can you
not
open it?
into dark chocolate, you probably won't enjoy this flavor because this is quite bitter. But that's
You done it yet?
still fighting with it.
You can't get it open. Does it taste like chocolate?
This tastes like dark chocolate. A bit nutty. But how to make the chocolate that we see around the world, because this is just dry,
I think we got a hard one here.
and quite strong for a lot of people. What you try naturally, it's medicinal. This has not anti-inflammatory properties. It helps your veins to pump more blood. It oxidates your body. It has flavonoids, which fights depression. It has antioxidants, so it keeps you young. So what you're trying is medicine.
It's done that before, hasn't it?
You're gonna say this medicine. So this is the cacao paste. If you notice, this is like a dough. So how do we get the cocoa seeds to the cocoa paste? We just grind them because the cocoa seed has oil already. If we use a press, we will extract an oil, which is the cocoa butter, and we're gonna keep a powder, which is the cocoa powder to bake. So from one cocoa seed, we can get two different products, cocoa butter and cocoa powder. If you notice, as soon as I'm grinding it, it starts to get stuck to the volcanic rock because of the natural oils of the rock, of the seed, sorry. So once I got enough, you can make a paste with it. This is bitter. This hasn't changed any flavor. If you add sugar, milk powder, you can make the sweet chocolates that we find around the world. You can add dates as a sweetener substitute, so you can make a healthier chocolate. So that's pretty much the process. You've seen how from the white seeds to the paste. If somebody would like to grind some cacao, feel free to use the metate and make your own chocolate paste. In the fridge, this will get hard, solidify in a couple hours, and you can make your own 100% cacao. Would somebody would like to give it a try? Alright, okay. Somebody will give it a try. Go for it.
It's hard work,
Now,
guys.
Under the shade, we have a lot of products. The lady who was telling you
It's a bit too bitter for me, that was.
It's bitter, but it's nice.
Amaranth and cacao. This is a drink that the ladies prepared us with amaranth and cacao. So water, amaranth, and cacao. It's a refreshment drink. So if you like to get an energy and refreshment shot, feel free. Amelia.
Go on then, try it. Yes.
It's actually we use it as a ceremony as well. We drink cacao and we say like kind of prayer, so just to the health of people. Now the ladies have different products in here that they have made from different percentages of chocolate, of cacao. If you'd like to give it a try, please feel free. 70% cacao. It's way sweeter than the cocoa seed that you just tried. So if you'd like to take a look around, so William, there's different products like cocoa butter, honey with cocoa nibs, dried cocoa powder to bake. So feel free to ask the ladies. ¿Es un clase de clausura de la temporada?
Sí, participan los papás con...
Ah, ¿en serio? En los actos. Órale, qué padre. This is the last classes. Clausura means it's the closing season. But the teacher is telling me that the parents, papas, will get involved with the kid. I asked her if in the acts, and she told me that training. So they're coming here to train with the kid. We can come in to take a look, but not in this area where there's the concrete. Si podemos pasar por aquí para que vean el video cómo se ve. Para que vean cómo pueden. No se nos regañan. Si podemos pasar por aquí para que vean el video. We can step in here. I thought we could not step on here, but... Oh.
Don't know.
Hola, princesa. Hi. We got this place. It's called El Circo de los Niños, the circus of the kids. Let me give you a couple of flyers here to research all this in the future. This is a project that the community started with the help of guilds and the parents of the kid. It's a school, so there's classes. You pay 100 pesos, I believe, per class. If you don't have the income, the community finds a way to support you as well with scholarships, but it's to discover different skills. The teachers are the people of the community that have been trained, so it's just a different project that we have in here. The video, it's how they make the project. This gentleman is Gilles, is the co-founder of Circus but the family members, the kids get together and they prepare hard for a year. The fundraiser event is in March. The tickets are sold out really fast. So there's 3 dates. Son 3 fechas al año, ¿no?
It's usually like 1 week. It's usually 1 week, but not every show is open to the public.
Oh, there's one for the scholarships, for the supporters.
Parents, then another for the kids, and then there's like various shows, but I think there's 3.
Free to the public, the one that you find
so,
online.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that we had others.
Yes, they're kind of like real rehearsals too.
Are you one of the teachers? Or?
No, I work here, but mostly in the office and I'm training too. So,
Also, you get to train and nice. You don't get stressed in the office.
no, I get discounts for classes.
I don't know if you have any questions, if you'd like to make, if you'd like to answer. I don't know if we're still in your time or you
No, it's perfect right now. It's actually interesting because we're 1 week from, so next week is the last week. from the classes, and it's like summer break. We're gonna have some summer activities, but like the usual classes are done until October. But right now they're having classes with the parents, which is hilarious. And this is actually a group of super parents because they're all super athletic. But sometimes it's usually not like that. Like usually the parents struggle a little bit more in the classes, but these parents are all fit. So yes, it's interesting to see the kids teaching the parents what they learned during the course. So it's really, really cute.
This project, this is like an after-school place where kids learn, play, and just spend the day off. Let's take a look inside the area for a minute so we can see the different projects that they're working on. As soon as we go inside, you will find the schedules that we have for the kids during the day. Over here we have the before and after pictures. It was abandoned, like I told you. Nobody used this place, but after Nicole and the parents of the kids, the next space of the house. So since Nicole and the parents of the kids managed to get this place to use it for something else, this place became a gorgeous space for the kids to spend the day off. There's libraries, there's places where you can do this. There's places where you can use the internet in case you need to do your homework. There's a lot of workshops for adults. There's to recycle materials to make different products. Let me show you around all the different things that we can find in this community center. There's a lot of ideas that you might take so you can recreate back home. If you like recycling, there's a lot of ideas that you can get from here. If you have a cold environment, this could be a way to create a greenhouse in your back home. Recycle plastic bottles, place them as a roof, and that will create a greenhouse effect and a very colorful roof. You swirl some acrylic painting in the bottom if you like to create a corner. But here is 3,313 bottles, which created a roof. One of my favorite rooms that we have in here is the fridge, the freezer. It's literally used to be a freezer.
Freezer.
That is it's a place where adults and the kids spend their days off. This is normally used for singing classes, acting classes. This is literally the freezer. You can tell by the door. We haven't changed the door. There's another door part of the freezer over there. But this is one of the classrooms that the acoustic sounds very well in here. But I wanted to show you the skylights that we have in here. These skylights were a project that a girl from Massachusetts brought. She is from the mid. Let's see. So it's just skylight. It's open to let all the light in. So it's a project that a lady from Massachusetts Institute of Technology brought. She brought the idea, she went back to the States. Next year she came back with the supplies needed to make this skylight. So it's just a tiny idea that is teaching a lot of the kids, a lot about the new energy that you can use in here. Right now, since we are about to go on holidays, the classes The classes were over last week. Last Sunday, the kids went on a trip, zip lining. The best grades as an award, they went zip lining. So right now, there's no classes per se, but it's still open for the community in general. So they can use the libraries, they can use the internet, they can use the space in general. Most of the things that you'll find are somehow recycled. The chairs have a colorful board that is plastic, that comes from chlorine bottles. That since we cannot reuse all the plastic to drink because of the chemicals, they shred the plastic bottles of chlorine, shampoo bottles, and they make plastic boards that they use for furniture to make tables, chairs. Most of the rubbish containers of this town are made with that recycled plastic board. So it's a material that you can use up to your creativity. All of the workshops are very in this town we're heavily wine consumers, but we found a way to recycle all the bottles, all the wine bottles, the beer bottles, glass bottles in general could be reused in a lot of different ways. In here they have a machine. I'll show you inside. It's closed by this gate, but not by the other gate. But you can make anything that your mind think of. They use a machine, a special saw, but you can make something similar back home, just with a piece of cotton thread, yarn, alcohol, and ice water. I'll show you how exactly, but you can start making your own glass cups back home.
You see that?
You can make anything that your mind can think of. For example, this is a card holder. In your desk, you can put your business card, and that's a card holder. You can make a bell, just attaching a part of the neck of the bottle to a wire, and you'll make a bell. The most common thing is glass to drink water, flower base. They use a special soil here. Over there, the soil is in repair, but there's a soil that water powers it. So if you touch the soap, you won't cut your skin because it's water that is cutting through the glass. But how can you cut the glass back home without machinery? You just need a piece of cotton yarn, alcohol, ethyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and your bottle. Soak the thread with alcohol and put it around the area that you like to cut. Set it on fire and the alcohol will keep it on for a couple minutes. As soon as the yarn has no fire, submerge it in a cold container with water, and that change of temperature will crack the glass. Not all the times it will be a successful operation. Sometimes you'll have a extreme edge. We need to be careful and wear gloves when we do that. But if you search on YouTube tutorials how to cut glass, you will find a lot of different techniques. In here they make the sign with acid. They just put the sticker, the negative open space, apply some acid, let it add a couple minutes, and that's how they get the stained glass effect. But this workshop is a way to support the ladies as well of the community. They have their glasses in the workshop as well, but this is just one of many workshops that they have in here. Over there we have a lot of fabric that people donate, and a lady makes puppets with it, pillowcases. So it's a way to reuse what people consider trash. Just this again here, please, with the wires and the tubes. One of the most recent things that they started making in here, the plastic containers, plastic bottles, they make toys with them. You might see them in the workshop. Let me show you where we separate all the trash before they start. Come here with your separated rubbish, so you can have the cardboard, the glass. Now, if the glass bottles gets broken, like those, we take them to recycling centers. In Mexico, something that we need to improve, and we're working on already, is to open recycling plants. Because if you would like to recycle, you will need to take that trash to a special area. Since they haven't found a market yet or an industry that will pay you for taking your trash. Right now, it doesn't generate anything. It's something that people does it from the literally from the bottom of their heart because they really want to do it. If you separate your trash, the trash truck passes by and mixes everything together. Since we don't have separated trucks that will separate the different rubbish, we need to do it personalized. Everything. But in here, they separate the cardboard, the glass, the plastic bottles, the things that could be reused. They take them to the workshop. The things that are not, they take them to specialized centers. Of that rover that we have in there, it's a kindergarten's project. It's something that it tells you a lot about how the kids are being raised in here. Growing up seeing all of these projects makes you see rubbish from a different perspective. Recycling, it's something that technically it's new in this region, in our region in general. Reusing, we've been doing that for a long time. If you, maybe your mothers have been doing that as well. The yogurt bottles, we use them to put beans or salsas in it. It's all something that Mexican kids remember as kids. But recycling is something that can
Smile. The house. It's all thatched.
Yeah.
We divide the year in rainy season and dry season. Right now we are about to start rainy season, which is the most humid part of the year. So for a couple more months, it is humid. September is the worst. So right now we start our humid season, rainy season, but until October it starts to get cooler here. October, November. Yeah, we're starting right now. It's the first week, the first couple of weeks now. Humid season. Under the
Pigeons.
Huh?
Pigeons.
It is recording now.
good at talking.
So, you probably talk too much at school. That's why he's not any good at anything. Yeah. Voilà. Mine.
So we have
Oh, I don't know. Where are you going?
on your lunch. This is our table.
Zoals ik,